Hello everyone. Right, I'm by the river and it's a lovely view down the river, and there's quite a famous bridge over the other side that what I've found is that when you go to these places usually the view from them is shocking, and if you're on that thing or in a building, the views are normally shocking, and you're better off looking at them from outside. So with that in mind, people are having a great time. That is the Ponte Vecchio, and it looks nice from here. Well, sort of looks nice. If you can see it looks a little bit run down, but it's very famous. Don't ask me why it's famous, but apparently it is. There's a lovely, I suppose if you wanted a sea view and you weren't by the sea, you've got that. And it ain't too bad. It looks there's a little bit of litter where people throw things overboard. And there's access down over there to the actual riverside. But we'll go and have a look and I'll show you what I mean. People trying to sell shit. Oh, shouldn't swear, sorry. But it is crap. Oh, sorry. Not very good stuff, but I wouldn't buy. That's a very, very posh street. It's got lots and lots of posh shops on it, selling lovely things, none of which I can afford. There's another fella trying to sell crap. Oh, sorry. Things that I don't really want, and not many people do probably want it. And then you've got people on their phones while they're driving on these tiny little streets. But it's a nice afternoon today. It was very, very windy the last few days. But that skyline over there does, in a way, remind me a lot of India. The inside's a bit different, as everybody would know, and some of them are hotels, or if not hotels, they're probably very, very expensive apartments. Blimey, he was going a bit quick. See that? Didn't swear. He wasn't going to kill me. Not like in Delhi, where they just desperate to kill people. But one thing I've noticed about this place is in the city centre, like here, it's nice and clean. There is obviously tiny bits of litter, but in general, nice and clean. Somewhere you could take your family for a walk if they don't mind dodging people trying to sell you stuff. And I mean, this bridge coming up now, the Ponte Vecchio, is obviously going to be packed full of people. It is where all of the goldsmiths are, all of the jewellery sellers are on there. So we'll go along and have a look. The area in this city in general, at the moment, is full of. There's a lot of Americans here, because as we know, the Americans are all desperate to make out that they're either got Italian or Irish backgrounds. Even if they haven't, they'll try and talk like Joey out of Friends. Say, look, I'm Italian, honest. But they're not. So here we are at the Ponte Vecchio. So there's the sign, and it's busy as hell, and there are literally, it's full of gold and jewellery shops. Indian gold and jeweller owners having shops in the middle of Florence. But I mean, that is expensive, and as you can see, like I was saying, the view on here isn't that nice. You're better off looking at it from outside, but once you get on here, you see the symbol of Florence. That's quite a nice view. Especially with the mountains on the background. And everybody wants to take the pictures and amble around. It's nice, and there's no barriers everywhere to stop you getting run over by people who don't have the same moral values as everybody else. And that's the other view. And that's the bridge that I've just come from. So we'll just finish walking down here. There's people selling stuff, some probably prints, and they'll tell you that they'll tell you they're watercolours, but they're not. They are just prints, because if they were watercolours they wouldn't have their hands all over them. But yeah, and that is basically the Ponte Vecchio. I hope you enjoyed that little walk. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.